Hey Smart Authors, welcome back to another episode of the Smart Author Podcast. In today's episode, I wanted to talk to you about when you should hire an agency like mine to run ads for your book. All right, so this topic is near and dear to my heart because I am very, very particular with the type of clients that I take on. And this is based on working with a couple dozen of clients and marketing their books, and ultimately coming to the realization that there has been either unrealistic expectations around the campaigns or the client isn't ready yet to hire an agency to run ads for their book. The main reasons that come into place for a client not being ready, so you can also put this lens on yourself, is that you aren't earning enough money in your business. So that is the number one factor that goes into making a long-term relationship with an agency. And several times I have brought on some clients. My perception was that they were doing very well. We got some amazing results with them, but then by the end of month 2, month 3, they had the wrong expectations for the campaign and they felt like they were burning money with what we were doing. Now, again, we were getting good results. It's just that they couldn't allow for that expenditure in their business at this time. And so that is typically a symptom of not having enough revenue to support ads and marketing in this relationship. Or the second, and I think what's really the most important thing, is that they didn't have core business processes in place for their core offering. This is really the main reason that I wanted to make today's video. And it comes down to, if you have a service or a program, mentorship, coaching program, and so on in your business, then in my opinion, for your best interest, you should have a very solid way to turn leads on the front end into clients in those assets that you have for your business. And what I mean by that is, if you don't have that process in place, a sales process, if you will, then what's going to happen is that you're going to get all of these people buying your book and becoming leads, paid leads, or free leads in your business, and you're going to not be able to convert them, which is really what's going to cause that strain, not necessarily the actual lack of money. This is just a symptom of not having that process in place. And so the clients that I work tremendously well with are the clients that have that way to ascend the people who buy their books into their programs. And it's very easy for them to now justify working with me for years, let alone just a few months, to basically dial in the process. Because what they find is that, and you should know this as well, whenever someone is a book buyer or someone who downloads your book, they are the highest quality lead you will have in your business, period. They are someone who is long form. They are someone who takes action. There's not many people who read nonfiction books in the world. And so the people who do get books and read them are typically the best people for your business. And so it's really, in my opinion, in your best interest to make sure that you have a process down where you are able to take someone who is a lead, you're able to nurture them, you're able to convert them into becoming a customer with your core business service or offering, so that you have a seamless process. And once that is dialed in, now you're able to go from where you started, where you're at right now, and then an agency will be able to take you up to this level. And that's really what I found for my clients as well. So really, please, before you hire any agency, make sure that you have your sales conversion process dialed in, so that whenever someone gets a lead magnet, a book, or anything on the front end from you, a challenge, you know that you're able to have a process for them to go through. You're able to nurture them. You're able to get them on strategy sessions. You're able to get them on calls to then becoming potential customers of yours, so that you can actually make money from those people. Because everything over here is not a money-making exercise. It's all a lead generation exercise. Challenges, downloads, books, all of that is a lead generation asset. Don't try to make money there. You're going to be very disappointed. And again, just setting expectations for you and what you can expect after We've done over 18,000 books now in the past year. So just make sure that you have the clear expectations with that on the front end, things that you sell. The back end and that process to getting people in the back end is really where you're going to have the most success, making a lot of money. And an agency's fees will then become minuscule. Ad spend will then become minuscule. And so it will really make the relationship between you, the agency, and Facebook or the ads platform a really good one to have in place. And you'll just be throwing money at at the problem essentially at that point. And so I really do think that like, hey, money is an issue. The authors who don't have much money definitely should figure out how to have a back-end offer, and then, how to convert that, and then, play around with some front-end lead gen stuff themselves. But people who have that in place, it's really your job to dial that in first, have that in place, so that when an ads agency does come on board, they're able to scale the system effectively and know that you've got it covered on the back end. So once you have that in place, strongly recommend that you go as hard as you can at an agency, or send someone on your team to my channel and watch a bunch of my stuff to help sell or utilize your book. And you're going to be off for some fantastic success in this journey. So hopefully that was of good value to you. And hopefully you now know when you are able to hire an agency and what it takes to get there. Thanks for watching. Do you have a book that you'd like to get into the hands of more people? Then book in, pun intended, for a book marketing review with me, and I'll show you how you can do that. Click the link below and we'll set up a chat to see how we can help you sell more books.